Hello everyone. Welcome to this video on using the Query Designer in Bold Reports. The Bold Reports Designer provides an interactive SQL query builder for creating queries to feed data to a report in less time. It's an interface between the actual database and the end user. The queries will not affect the actual database, they only fetch data from it. In this video, we are going to see the options available in the Query Designer in detail. First, let's create a new report and data source. Create a new report, and name it Query Designer Report. The Report Designer page will open. In the Report Designer page, create a new data source by entering the values in the necessary fields and clicking the Connect button. You will be redirected to the Query Designer page. The Query Designer page has 4 sections. The Toolbar, Schema area, Query Designer area, and Preview area. In the Schema area, based on the provided connection string, the table, views, and procedures are retrieved from the database, categorized, and displayed like in the database. The Schema area contains the search bar, which is used to filter the table, views, or procedures. For example, if you need to filter the sales order detail table from the schema, enter sales order detail in the search bar. And the schema containing the sales order detail table is displayed in the Schema area. For this demo, the sales order detail table is categorized under the sales schema. Expand the sales schema, and then expand the table. Drag the sales order detail table from the Schema area to the Designer surface. You can see the sales order detail table is in the Query Designer table. The info icon near the search bar of the Schema area will display a hint for the search bar. While hovering over the search bar, the information regarding the search bar is displayed. Now, let's look at the Query Designer surface section. The Query Designer surface is the place where you can add or set up queries. It contains both a graphical and query editor to create SQL queries. Using the graphical editor, you can drag and drop tables from the Schema area onto the design surface to generate queries for your dataset. Here, I have already dragged the sales order detail table to the Designer surface. In the Query Designer surface, you will see the table, the fields present in the table, and their data types are displayed. The key icon refers to the primary key, or the foreign key field of the table. The Bold Reports Query Designer provides an option to rename fields and show or hide fields from the table. First, let's enable the Auto Preview option to load the table automatically when a column name is changed or a column field hidden. To change a field name, just click on it. For this demo, I changed the Sales Order ID field name to Order ID. And then just click outside Table View. You will see the preview area was automatically refreshed, and the Sales Order ID column name was changed to Order ID. To hide a column, click the eye icon in the field. The table will be automatically refreshed in the preview area, and the hidden column will not be displayed. You can also hide or show the whole table by clicking the eye icon near the table name. The renaming and hiding changes will not be reflected in the database. They only affect the report. To remove a table from the design surface, click the close icon. You can also write your SQL query using the query editor. To switch to the query editor, enable the code switcher in the toolbar. You can see the graphical editor mode is switched to query mode. We have added the table to retrieve the sales order detail table. When switching to the query editor, the SQL query for fetching the data from the sales order detail table is automatically generated and displayed in the query editor. The query editor lets you write queries in a query syntax that is supported by the SQL data source. You can write a SQL query directly, or modify a SQL statement created by the graphical editor. For this demo, I added the condition to filter based on the sales order detail ID column value. Since we switched to query editor, the auto preview option is disabled. Click the Run button, and the filtered table is displayed in the preview area. I remove the added filter condition, and I switch back to graphical mode. Next, let's look at the preview section. The preview area displays results of the executed query in the grid layout. By clicking Generate Preview, the data from the database is retrieved and displayed in the preview area. When executing the query initially, only the first 100 records are displayed in the preview area. Click the Load More button to load the full table. If the table has fewer records, the whole table is loaded quickly. If not, a dialog is displayed which states retrieved huge amount of data. Rendering will take time. Would you like to load anyway? If you click Yes, the whole table will be loaded. If you choose No, only the first 100 records is shown. For this demo, I click No. The number of records present in the table is displayed in the top right corner of the preview area section. Now, let's look at the Toolbar section. The Toolbar section contains options to add extra information to the SQL query. The data source name field is used to select the data source from which the data needs to be retrieved. If you have multiple data sources, you can select a data source by clicking the drop-down icon. When you select the data source, the schema area is refreshed and the schema related to the selected data source is displayed. The name field is used to change the name of the dataset. The dataset name field is an editable text field. I enter the name value sales dataset. The Run option is used to execute the query, and the data is retrieved from the database. The retrieved data is displayed in the preview area. Now I'll explain the Join option in detail. When a data set requires more than one table, we need to join the tables using the Join condition. If there is only one table in Table Design view, the Join icon will be disabled. By dragging the sales order header table from the schema area to the Query Designer surface, the Join icon is now enabled. By clicking the Join icon, the Query Joiner dialog is displayed. In the Query Joiner dialog, based on the foreign key in any of the tables, the join is created automatically. If neither of the tables has a foreign key, then while dropping the second table, the Query Joiner dialog will automatically display, prompting you to select the join between the tables. For this demo, the inner join is created between the sales order detail and sales order header table where the sales order ID field of both tables is equal. You can delete this join by clicking the Delete icon. You can edit the join by clicking the Edit icon. Now we can edit the table. The left table drop-down displays the list of tables in the Query Design area. The Join Type drop-down is used to select the join for retrieving data from two or more data tables, based on the selected join condition. The right table drop-down displays the list of tables in the Query Design area. The left field option is used to select the field name of the left table. By clicking the drop-down, Fields will be displayed based on the selected left table field. Operators are used to compare the values of two columns in a selected table. By clicking the drop-down icon, the list of operators is displayed. The right field option is used to select the field name of the right table. The add field option is used to add multiple join conditions, based on the single table comparison. By clicking the Add Field button, the left field, operator, and right field are added. You can select the field based on your requirement. To delete the field comparison, just hover over the comparison, and the delete icon will be displayed. By clicking the tick icon, the relationship will be saved. You can also create a relationship among multiple tables. Click the Add button, and the fields to add the relationships among multiple tables is displayed. Click the OK button. I have provided a link to documentation explaining the supported join types, with examples in the video description. Click the Run option. You will see the values are retrieved based on the join condition, and displayed in the preview section. Next, let me explain the query expression option. For better clarity, I deleted the sales order header table from the query designer. An expression column is used to create an expression, which is a combination of data columns, operators, and built-in functions. This expression column will act as a calculated measure that can be configured to report items like other normal numeric columns, as quantitative measures. Click the expression icon in the toolbar. The Query Expressions dialog will open. The list of expressions is added in the left section. The Name field displays the name of the expression column. By default, expression 1 is entered in the Name field. I changed the Name field value to absolute unit price. The Expression field is the text area, where you can add an expression. The Function section displays the functions that can be added to the expression. The Column Settings section displays the list of data fields available in the table that were added in the Query Designer. You can filter the functions and columns using the filter drop-down based on data type. For this demo, I'm going to add an expression to find the absolute value for the unit price field. In the Function section, I double-click the ABS function. It will be directly added to the expression fields. Then I double-click the unit price field from the Column Settings section. You see the unit price expression was added inside the ABS function. I click the Save button to save the expression. In the Column Settings section, the expression we have newly created is saved. To add more expressions, click the Add button. An expression is added. I changed the Name field value to modified year. Add an expression to calculate the year from the modified date data field. I click the Save button to save the expression. You can delete the expression by clicking the Delete icon. To close the Query Expressions dialog, click the Close icon or the Cancel button. I click the Close icon to close the Query Expression dialog. I have provided the documentation link for supported built-in functions in this video's description. Click the Run option. You will see the values are calculated based on the expression we have provided and displayed in the preview section. Let's look at the Query Filter option. Query filters are used to filter out specific data in a database. To add a filter, click the filter icon in the toolbar. The Query Filters dialog will open. Click Add. The field to enter the filter value is displayed. The first drop-down is used to select the field name. For this demo, I select the Sales Order Detail ID field name. The second drop-down lists operators used for comparing values. By default, the equals operator is selected. The third text box field is used to enter the value needed to filter data from the database. For this demo, I enter the value 1. Enable the Include as Parameter checkbox, which will include the query parameters in the parameter dialog. By enabling the checkbox, the filter is added in the parameter. You can delete the filter by using the delete icon. You can add multiple filters by clicking Add. Click the OK button. Now run the query. The filtered data is displayed in the preview area. Click the Finish button to save the dataset. In the Report Designer, open the Parameter panel. Since we have enabled the Include as Parameter checkbox in the Query Filter dialog, the query parameter is automatically added in the Parameter panel. Next, let's go over the Dataset Parameter option. Edit the already created dataset. You will be redirected to the Query Designer page. A dataset's parameters are created based on the query parameters provided in the dataset query. Equivalent report parameters are created for each query variable. The linking between a dataset parameter and a report parameter will take place automatically. But, if a report parameter is renamed, then we need to perform the link action manually. To open the Parameters dialog, click the parameter icon. Since we have enabled Include as Parameter in the query filter, the query parameter is added automatically. The Name field displays the name of the query parameter. The Value field displays the value assigned to the necessary query parameter. In this demo, the Sales Order Detail ID parameter value is assigned by clicking the drop-down icon. The list of parameters in the report is displayed. To change the value, I click the Value field, and then the Delete icon. The value will be deleted. Then I enter 1 as the value. You can also add a value using an expression. To do so, click the icon next to the Value field and select an expression from the context menu. The expression dialog is displayed. In the expression dialog, you can set the expression. Click the OK button. To create a new query parameter, click the Add button. The field to enter the query parameter is displayed. Enter the necessary field values. You can reorder the query parameter fields. To do so, click the icon near the Name field. Drag and drop the field so that the field order is changed. You can delete the query parameter field by clicking the Delete icon. Click the OK button to save the query parameter field. The Code option is used to switch between graphical mode and query editor mode. The Auto Preview option is used to execute the query when there is any change in the query automatically. By enabling this option, the query is executed, and the retrieved data is displayed in the Preview section. The Cancel button is used to cancel the changes we made. It will redirect us to the Report Designer. The Finish button is used to save the changes we made and create the dataset. I click the Finish button, and I am redirected to the Report Designer. The dataset is created in the Data panel. While expanding the dataset, the fields present in the dataset are displayed. In this video, we have seen an overview of the Query Designer, and the various sections and options that are available in it. Stay tuned to this channel for our upcoming videos on bold reports. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.